I am very disappointed, as I'm sure you will be disappointed as you hear the maneuvers that occurred in our Senate debate on the budget. I submitted an 18-page amendment that restored the 2% pay raise across the board for all of our state employees, all of our hard-working public servants who have worked tirelessly year after year after year after having a budget balanced on the backs of state employees, and now we are out of a recession and we are not experiencing a comeback. This was more a continuous holdback of pay raises and increases for state employees. A raise of 2% and a $500 bonus and a 1.6% COLA should be the minimum starting point of this conversation and not the maximum. While the budget earmarks $95 million for permanent merit-based pay raises for state employees, we have a situation where how can we really truly implement that before we have a serious discussion about performance-based raises, an evaluation system that employees have confidence in as being fair, equitable, and free of politics. That must be in place first before we can apply this $95 million permanent merit-based pay. A 1.6% COLA for retirees is the minimum after years and years of neglect and stagnant salary growth. A 1.6% COLA for retirees is not a liability. It is the right thing to do. And whether you're sitting on the front row or the back row, you have to agree that our retirees have sacrificed proper pay for a secured retirement. And so Senator Brock, your mother, and many teachers across this state, after giving their lives to service to citizens, deserve to be compensated in their retirement. We need to pay our obligations. Retirees built this state, and they are not a liability. I commend this amendment to you, and I urge each and every one of you in the chamber to support our state employees and reward them for the outstanding services they provide and helping our great state function as it should. Senator Warren Daniels submitted a substitute amendment. This substitute amendment extends a reporting deadline for a Broughton Hospital study in Burke County, North Carolina, for the city of Morganton.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is an amendment that relates to an ongoing economic development project in my district. With the new Broughton Hospital being built, there's going to be an old campus that's going to be redeveloped, and this amendment merely extends the deadline by which the Department of Commerce has to report to the legislature June 30th of 2016. And that also designates the Department of Commerce as the lead agency that will direct this economic development project in the future.
Senator Daniel, do you yield?
I'll be glad to yield to a question about this amendment.
Thank you, Senator Daniels. So are we suggesting that a project in your district takes priority over 85,000 state employees who work so hard?
This is just a very important project for all of Western North Carolina. There's a lot of priorities in this budget, and this amendment is just one of those priorities.
And the sad reality, the amendment sponsor, Senator Warren Daniel, I asked him a question. He yielded to my question. The question that I posed for him was to ask him, are you seriously trying to state before this assembly that a project in your district on a hospital study bill takes priority over 85,000 state employees and retirees who have not experienced relief? Are we saying that we're going to place priority on a project in one county and one city instead of looking at making compensation for our state employees? I'm almost just so frustrated with the process, but That being done, his amendment was substituted for my 18-page amendment that would have restored the adequate pay to state employees. My recommendation to you is to continue to supporting those of us who stand in the gap and advocate for state employees, and we need to start holding accountable our legislators who are not being fair and who are not helping all of us realize this Carolina comeback that's being talked about.